Welcome back everyone to another Coach Blaker video. Today, we're going to be looking at how to improve your map awareness. I'm going to go through each role, and yes, there will be timestamps. I'm going to be going over each role, explaining when's the best time to look at the map. Looking at the map at the right times can protect you from ganks, can tell you when to rotate, and just certain things like that. Map awareness is a huge part of League of Legends, and so it is important that you learn this skill. If after this video you still have issues with map awareness or anything else in League of Legends, check out my site, CoachBlaker.com. I offer 3 services on my site. The first service is a replay review. Maybe there's a game that you just felt like you could have done better, but you don't know how. The second is live coaching. You play a game while sharing your screen with me. This helps me understand your thought process. This also allows me to give you advice based off what's happening in the game to better improve your game knowledge and decision making. The last one I offer is a full-blown coaching session. Coaching sessions are more structured. There's lessons, there's notes, there's homework, things that will really take your gameplay to the next level. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, as I said, there will be timestamps down below for each role. Ivern, there's no real reason why. It's just I clicked random, he popped up. But actually, I like Ivern. He's nice and he's happy, so we're gonna use him. The first role we're gonna start with is top. So let's go ahead and go up there and act like we're laning, right? So we're laning, we're doing our things. I'm just gonna max level him up. Doesn't really matter. But we're laning, we're doing our thing, right? And you might be asking, well, when's the best time to check the minimap? Now, one thing you want to do is get into the habit of checking the minimap just by looking at the map. There's 2 forms of map awareness. There's just looking at the minimap, and then there's actually moving your camera. So we're going to talk about when we do those things, okay? All right, we have a dummy there. We're just kind of fighting. What's up? What's up? And even right now, I can still kind of glance over at the minimap, okay? So one thing when you're looking at the minimap is you don't want to think about it as you're staring at the map. I wish you can guys, maybe you guys can see my eyes when I'm looking down. I'll make it pretty obvious, okay? So this is kind of the speed of which I look. I'm gonna look at you. How y'all looking kind of beautiful today. Both of y'all, man and women. I'm just saying gorgeous. Okay, anyway, we're gonna look at you. And then we're gonna look at the map, okay? So I'm gonna act like you're the screen. And I'm gonna show you how frequently I look at the map. You see you see kind of the difference between maybe me and you? Right? One thing you want to think about is when you're looking at the map, you're painting a picture. You're looking at the map and you're getting a piece of the puzzle. Because as you frequently look at the map, you'll be able to realize what's happening. So as an example, we'll just put some dummies down right here, right? And right now, we're looking at the map, seeing what's going on, Oh, you guys are kind of close, you guys are fighting. And then once you see something kind of like this, then you back off a little bit and you look at what's going on. And you can look back up. Again, it's the same concept. We're not doing this and just looking at the whole situation. We're doing this, take a little peek, right? Take a little peek, what's happening. And once you get really fast, you're able to just kind of do it while you're, doing things like that, right? And you can just do it really fast. Now, some people use F keys and they do stuff with those, but I don't like using F keys. It gives me like motion sickness. When I coach players and they use F keys, it doesn't really bother me, but when I'm playing, it's just weird. It's weird. I don't like it and it feels funny. So I just click. So, whatever you use F keys or you just click, but that's the way to go about it. And that's how you go ahead and paint that picture. And one really good tip is to make sure before you go for trades, before you go for that harass, you want to look at the minimap. We want to try to have everyone accounted for, and this goes for all roles. We want to try to have everyone accounted for. If we don't see a jungler, then why would we go for a trade? Just hang on for a second. Boom, jungle against mid. All right, let's go. We could do this, right? So it's not about just looking at the map, but with the information that you gain. So now we'll do mid lane here. Boop. It's kind of the same concept here. The thing about top is more trade heavy, it's more combo focused. Whereas mid is more poke heavy, more like one tap focused. It's more like I'm throwing out a spell or two and I'm done. Whereas top lane's more of like I'm in your face, I'm fighting a lot more. So you have more of a way to kind of, chill out and look because you're not always face to face in danger. But it's the same scenario. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna look at the map. Right? I'm doing my thing. I'm constantly just looking down. because all we're doing is painting the picture, painting the picture, painting the picture. Because if we can get little pieces of it, eventually our brain will be able to formulate what's actually happening. If you can just do this like a little exercise at home or whatever, or you can, I don't know, pull up a picture on the internet, right? Actually, here, a good example is this. A good example is this. So we'll do this. This is something you guys can practice too. But we'll do this. We'll hit it. I'm not gonna see the number, right? So there's a number on that little dummy, but I don't know the number. And we're going to look at you, and I'm gonna have the number, and I'm gonna look down when I see it. I'm gonna look back at you. I'm gonna try to get all the numbers, okay? So last hit was 0. DPS 266. 266 on total damage. So you see, it took about 3 or 4 glances to really get the whole picture. That's the same exact thing that you're doing when you're playing. You're looking at what's happening on the map, not moving your camera per se, but you're looking at the map in increments, so that way you could better understand what's happening. Again, like if you look at your team fighting down here and the portraits get really, really close, and you're monitoring like they're close for a while, you start panning your camera to see what's going on. If you see that they get close and you're looking at it, and then they spread apart, and it's like, oh, nothing really happened. It must have been a trade or something like that. You don't have to pan your camera, right? So that's one of the ways you would go about it when you are doing it. And again, it's the same exact thing as you would do for top lane. It would be in between your combos, it'd be in between your CS. You take a little peek at the map, right? Whenever you feel like, oh, something's really going down, I gotta take a look, you want to back off a little bit and then pan your camera. Got it? When you get good at it, you don't really have to back off. And if you guys ever see me play on my stream, you'll notice that I do this a lot, where I'll just kind of continue to hit and I'll continue to do my thing. And then I'll just kind of pan over as I'm doing it and kind of get the picture like that. And like, see what's going on? What's going on down there? What's going on down there? And I'll do something like that. Again, that takes practice. I want you guys to start off with just getting the little increments of what's happening on your map. And then once you get that down, back off of the lane and pan your camera to it, right? You need to understand when you should look, because once you understand when you should look, you can better understand how frequently you should look, okay? Bot lane, let's go ahead and down there, and we'll do the same example for both support and AD carry, because it's y'all in the same lane. It doesn't really matter. It's the same situation. And again, mid lane's the same situation as well, where it's like, okay, you don't really want to take trades unless you know where the jungler is. You want to make sure that everyone's accounted for on the map before you start taking a trade or before you start taking a fight. And honestly, that's one of the things that's not even attributed to map awareness. It's more attributed to discipline and just patience, right? A lot of times we see openings and we're like, oh, we got to go for it, especially as a hook champ or something that's very, very good at engaging. But the thing is, if they made the mistake once, they're going to make it again and again and again and again. It's just better for you to capitalize on that mistake when you already have everybody accounted for. Mid's mid, top's top. Oh, the jungler is ganking top lane. I'm about to go in. Let's do it. And we get free kills without being ganked. A lot of the times players are ganked because they are always overextended, doing things without actually checking if it's okay. Think of like checking in. Like, is it okay? Okay, everybody's there. You're there. Is it okay? Nah, I don't see the jungler. I don't know where he is. I don't see the mid lane. I don't know where he is. Chill out. Okay, I see them all. Let's go. And you go do your thing. Again, same exact thing. And I'm not going to teach tracking. I'm not going to teach tracking the jungler. I don't know if I want to give that secret away. Y'all going to be able to track the jungler too well. And then I'm not going to be able to gank nobody. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's pretty much the same thing for bot lane, right? It's going to be in between your trades and be in between your CS. And again, I'm going to look at you and I'll look at the map. And this is how frequently you probably should be looking at it. And try to paint that picture. You do not need to do this. Try to look at the map while no. Increments. Time yourself. Well, I mean, you never have to time yourself, but just look. Glance. As I said before, if you want to practice, you can pull up a random picture on your computer. You could do what I just did and just have something random and try to get the details of it. Whatever you want to do, but practice being able to gather as much detail as possible as you're looking little by little by little. It is not about staring at the map. Trust me. It's about looking at it little by little, getting that information. And with that information, it allows you to make a decision of, should I go for this? Should I rotate? What's going on? Once you have the information from that map, those questions can be answered, okay? And as for jungle, it's a little bit different for you guys So that's why I decided to do you guys last. Pretty much the way that you look at the map is just as you're clearing, just do your thing. Sucks you can't really hit the camps, right? But as you're clearing, just do your thing. Do your thing, I'm hitting it. You can still look. Your verse is a freaking bot at this point. So, I mean, you can look at the map a lot more. But when you pan your camera from each camp. Take a peek at what's happening. You get to your camp, fight your camp. Doing your thing, so look, just still glance at the map, clear your camp, All right, I'm done. Walk to the next camp. What's happening? All right, clear your camp. Got it, cool, boom, bam. Okay, I'm clearing my camp, still glancing at the map. Clearing my camp, still glancing at the map. Again, we're like walking the wolves. We got time. What's happening? What's up? So many times when I coach junglers, they do tend to look at the champions a lot. And as beautiful as some of these champions may be, it's probably not the best if you want to gain your LP. So I need to make that a saying. As beautiful as your champ may be, it's probably not the best if you want to gain LP. Oh my God, copyright, don't take it. All right, so pretty much, again, it's the same concept. You're glancing. When you see something strange for a little piece of change, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and take a peek. So again, you notice our laner's doing something. You know, it's a weird positioning already. Like, that's not normal positioning, the way that they're kind of separated. And then we notice this happening, right? Like that. And it's like, hold up, what's happening? Here I come, I'm on my way. And as you're walking, all right, this is a little bonus tip. As you're walking, look at what's happening because you can better understand what you need to do. If I'm looking at Ivern as I'm walking to that situation, so I'm doing this, let's say this guy is really, really low on HP. But as I looked before I moved, he was full HP, right? I might not go in with the mindset of I want to shield him. I might go in with the mindset of I want to fight. We get there, guy has 1 HP, he dies, and then I die to both of those guys because my mind wasn't right watching it. And this is why you see a lot of people, when they roam, they kind of roam, and I'm not going to make this a roaming guide. I'll talk about that in another video. But when they roam, they have dry roams. It's what we call dry roams, what I call dry roams, where you don't get anything out of it. A lot of the times it's because they look for an opportunity to roam, whether it be top, jungle, whatever, whoever. It's looking for an opportunity to roam. But when they're roaming, they're looking at their champion. So they look at this, oh, I could go. And they're roaming from like top to middle, and they're not looking, they're just walking. And then by the time they get there, they realize, oh, wait, I can't even do anything. Well, I guess I go back. Again, look at what you're walking to. Look at what's happening. Because if you notice, like, oh, I can't even make it to that, you don't even waste any time, you're doing your thing, okay? So this is how you improve your map awareness. Let's recap one more time. Again, if you guys are struggling with this, please feel free to go to CoachBlanket.com, book a session, and we can talk more about it, as well as improve the rest of your gameplay as a whole. But how we go about it, try to do your best between last hits, between attacking, whatever you want to do, but try to just get little increments. Look for half a second. That ain't nothing. But as you're looking, don't just look. Look and understand. Look and read what's happening on that map. And if you notice something a little funky, back off the wave, back off that champion, and pan your camera. Is it something you can influence? No. Once you get better, you'll be able to do it all at one time. But if you want to start, you need to start slow. Back off so you're not in danger, and then pan your camera and see what's up. Okay? So again, to practice that, pull up a random picture, whatever you want to do, a random video, I don't care. But the thing is, you want to try to get the most out of just little looks as much as possible and get really good at it. And honestly, you'll get to a point where it's kind of like me, where I can like do what I can like last hit while looking at the mini map at the same time. So you can get to that point too. So you see, I'm just cleared. I'm looking at the map right now, chilling, right? Like I'm chilling, reading the map, but I'm still getting my CS in. And you can do that too. It takes time, but please, like I said, don't rush it because it's going to ruin your entire gameplay. I promise you. Take it slow, take it easy. You will be able to get it, okay? Again, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're interested in coaching, CoachBlanket.com is where you want to go. Again, like I said, I have 3 services: replay reviews, live coaching where you share your stream with me, and then a full-blown coaching session to help really target what's going on in your play and improve it and make you the best that you can be. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Approaching this like a coach.